Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and attention coach, 𝐓𝐘𝐒, and I'm here to talk about instincts. What's an instinct? Well, it's something that you just know to do. Animals, they shake their fur to get rid of water. Do they take a class in that? Did their parents teach them that? I don't think so. It's known. If you rub the side of a baby's cheek when they're small with your hand or a breast, it'll start a sucking motion, wanting nourishment. It's instinctive. They just know to do that. Birds migrate south for the wintertime. Animals hibernate. It's all instinctive behavior. What does that have to do with people with ADHD? Well, I found that people take the path of least resistance, and often they do things what they do because it's productive. Let's take an example. ADHD is an executive function impairment. Part of that, working memory is an executive function, so it's impaired. Part of that is talking to yourself towards a goal. Neurotypicals do that inside their head. People with ADHD struggle with that. Often they have to say the words out loud. They talk a lot. Not talking to you, they're not talking to me. They're talking out loud to themselves, like a neurotypical talking to themselves inside their head. Why do they do that? Because it's productive. Instinctively, nobody says, hey, you've got ADHD, you need to talk out loud. They just naturally talk out loud because they're rewarded with higher levels of productivity and better grades in school. Instinctive behavior. People with ADHD also struggle with working memory, and part of that is retrieving existing knowledge. You have free recall. You have what's called cued recall, where you have something that cues your memory. Like I left a reminder out on the island. Oh, that cues my memory. That's right. I need to take that to work. I like to use the word cue over reminder. It's a little bit fits better with other types of things. The other one is recognition. If you looked at like a $5 bill, you might recognize the president because you recognize the $5 bill. People with ADHD struggled with free recall. So typically they leave things out. In fact, they leave a lot of things out to cue their memory of things that they've got to do. Why do they leave it out? Instinctive. It's more productive. Put it away is out of sight, out of mind. The neurotypicals and other people complain about it. So what do? Well, sometimes you have to acknowledge it's out there for a reason. You make it look like it's supposed to be there. The point of this video really is there's a lot of things that people do with ADHD that is a compensatory strategy. It doesn't quite look like what they think it is, so it's kind of hard for them to recognize it. But if you have seen some of my other videos about observation, and just observe and study your behavior, and I wonder what the legitimate reason why I'm doing that. There must be a reason instinctively. You can also identify, you can often identify a lot of really good stuff, particularly if you're making an observation using Dr. Barkley's model of ADHD as an executive function construct. So the point of this video today is a lot of you are reading books and stuff about what you should do. Often all the clues to what work are in your existing behaviors. If you just study your instincts and what you gravitate to, identify those, and then manage them with intent. Takes a little bit of work, but I think you'll find that you're not going to be drowned in the sea of strategies if you pay attention to what already works. For those new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Release a tip or an idea or insight each week. For our regular listeners, please, what do you think? Comment, good, bad, indifferent. Also, for those out there that are inspired, please hit our like or thanks button. We certainly appreciate that to support what we do. With that, we hope we've inspired you to think. Catch us next week for another great edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.